Hello, good morning. This is your daily outlook for Monday, the 12th of December. The euro opened lower against most of its major counterparts as investors digest the deeper fiscal integration decision agreed on Friday's summit. All European states except Britain concurred to employ stricter budget rules and to grant up to €200 billion in bilateral loans to the IMF to assist tackling the crisis. Uncertainty about the exact process will be followed, and the division between Europe and Britain keeps investors sceptical. Reuters reported on a $300 billion plan by China to invest in Europe and the US. Versus the US dollar, the single currency opened lower at 133.68 from 133.86. Against the Swiss franc, the euro moved down to 123.41 from 123.57. The US dollar opened higher as China reported slowing exports, and Chinese leader Hu admitted that the country is not immune to the Eurozone woes. Against the Canadian dollar, the US dollar opened higher at 101.93 from 101.68, and versus the Swiss franc, the US dollar advanced to 0.9243 from 0.9230. The Australian dollar opened lower at 102.02 versus the US dollar. This came after the Chinese export news, as China is one of the major trade counterparties for Australia. The British pound dropped to 156.56 against the US dollar as divergence amongst the ruling coalition raises concerns for domestic instability. Deputy PM Nick Clegg labelled the summit's conclusion bad for Britain, while PM David Cameron said that what's on offer is not in the interests of Britain. Looking at commodities, we saw oil prices open higher at $99.46 a barrel from $99.06. Gold opened almost unchanged at $1,710.97 an ounce, and silver opened at $32.20 an ounce. Now let's take a look at what the currencies are doing this morning. The euro-dollar pivot point is at 133.90 with a preference to enter into short positions at 133.80. The dollar-yen pivot point is at 77.80 with a preference to enter into short positions at 77.80. The Aussie dollar pivot point is at 102.30 with a preference to enter into short positions at 102.30. The sterling dollar pivot point is at 155.85 with a preference to enter into long positions at 155.85. And the dollar CAD pivot point is at 101.55 with a preference to enter into long positions at 101.55. And looking at commodities, the oil pivot point is at 98.50 with a preference to enter into long positions at 98.50. The gold pivot point is at 1703 with a preference to enter into short positions at 1703. And the silver pivot point is at 31.35 with a preference to enter into long positions at 31.35. And of course, for up-to-date information, please visit us at easy-forex.com. And on the calendar today, the market mover is the US federal budget balance for November, forecast to widen to minus $139 billion. Now on to equities, which were all positive. In Europe, the FTSE was up 0.83%, the DAX was up 1.91%, and the CAC was up 2.48%. In the US, the SP 500 was up 1.69%, and the Dow was up 1.55%. In Asia, at the time of writing, the Nikkei was up 1.37%, and the Hang Seng was up 0.29%. It's been your daily outlook. I'm Emma Andrew from the Easy Forex Dealing Room. Have a great week.
Not only have you found a great place for Forex news, you found a great place to trade it. Registration is easy. Just click Join Now. Membership has its unique benefits, such as the freeze rate, the trade simulator, the inside viewer, and personal dealers. Your personal account manager waiting for you now.